I want to thank you, first of all, for giving me some understanding. Our consciousness is part of Source as a thought then. I'm following you there. Let's take it to Mother Earth a little bit here. Mother Earth, you look around and you see some things that you would like to have done different. Say, for example, radiation that we can't seem to dispose of, or chemical waste. That goes along with that. We can focus, and there could be a way to neutralize that.
Well, you have to take a broader view when you look at your planet. First, we would like to say to you that your planet, like you, is a being, is an energy being made up of components like your physical body, different from your physical body, but like your physical body, that are all attracting energy from Source. And so your Earth is a being that is constantly expanding and growing and changing, just like you do. And that expansion is the reason behind so much of what you call earth changes and that sort of thing. So when you take a broader view and you look at the longevity of this earth, and you understand that there is a recycling plan in place that you are not here long enough to get a full view of. In other words, what you are pumping from the ground and putting into your automobiles to use as fuel are past civilizations. In other words, it's recycling at its finest. And so we're wanting you to understand that this is a long-term experience here, this planet, and you are not at risk in the way that you sometimes feel that you are when you look at a pocket of something and use it as your reason to not feel good. In other words, it would be like taking your first trip to some wonderful place like Paris, and you get off the airplane and you get in the cab and you're taken to your hotel and you step out and the sewer has overflowed and you step into it and you say, "So this is Paris." And then you just get back in the cab and get back on the airplane and go back home because you saw all you wanted to see. And others with broader view would say, stick around for a little while. There's a lot more here to see. And so what happens so often, and it is an experience as a result of exposure to your contrasting environment, humans very often look at what's wrong, and then there are so many who believe, since there's a war on drugs and there's a war against poverty and a war against AIDS and a war against teenage pregnancy and now a war against terrorism, and they seem to believe that if they could just push hard enough against this thing that they do not want, that they could obliterate it and make it go away. When what happens is, whenever you are giving your attention to something, you're activating it within you, and so instead of it going away, it becomes bigger. You add your power to it, and it becomes more part of your experience. It becomes more part of the overall experience, and it comes more personally unto you, you see. And so that's why we want you to step back a little bit and acknowledge that the reason that you feel that horrible negative emotion when you focus upon some aspect of your planet that you're worried about is not because there's something to worry about. It's because as you take the worst of things and activate them in your vibration, you're not allowing you connection with your inner being and with your God source, who is not looking at the worst of things, but looking at the best of things. We promise you, it is not the looking at the worst of things that makes things improve. It's looking at the best of things. You don't have to wait for anybody else to figure out how to come into alignment. But if we were standing in your physical shoes, we would not worry about this planet. It was set into motion from broader perspective. There are billions of you having experiences that are causing rockets of desires, not just humans. Humans are not the only ones that are having experiences that are radiating rockets of desires. All of the beasts of your planet, all of the plants of your planet, in other words, everything is having its perceptual experience, and it is selfishly asking for what would be better for it, and Source is hearing all of that and providing it, you see. And so certainly there are pockets everywhere. There are pockets called people. There are pockets called regions where people are so focused upon what is not wanted that they are holding themselves apart from the well-being that is possible. But well-being is the order of this planet. You have your news media that goes all around the world, scours the planet for bad things, amplifies them, puts music behind them, and then brings them right to you in a disproportionate manner, which gives you the impression that there is so much that is going so wrong, when the reality of it is that there is so much that is going so well and so little that is going wrong. And as you decide that you're going to feel good, you'll start finding yourself more and more in vibrational alignment with well-being, and your planet will reveal itself to you in its very best. As you move about, things will be at their best. Cool breezes will blow through for you. Seas will part for you. Traffic will part for you. The weather will acclimate to you. Esther and Jerry tell people, if you're going to get married in a city somewhere where we are.
Thank you very much.